So as we move from the lab and the R&D environment, we started to get into the actual network planning. At this point, we have a functional eNode B. We've done all our functional testing, our interoperability testing, and some of the other things that go along with our test portfolio for the lab. At this point, we start talking about our RF network engineering solutions, our field test solutions, and as you can see, we've got the tower here. So this is a simulated tower with a remote radio head that would be at the top, fiber for power, and fiber running up the pole. These things, we can test the physical layer with some of the products that we have over here. These are handheld and in some cases almost hands-free units that a tower technician can wear around his neck, climb up the pole, test once we go into service. We also have some network optimization and planning tools down at the end, like a drive test scanner. These sorts of things allow you to drive, look at the network as the customers see it, get real-world data. We can plug that back into some of our lab solutions as well and get a real picture of what's going on in the network so that we can deliver the quality of service that we're looking for.
What are some of the specific things you're testing for with this device?
So this will look at things like distance default. We'll look at RF parametric testing like power and frequency and things along those lines. We can look at the cables themselves, the physical layer, looking for any kind of issues with the fiber, and again the physical layer. Over here, we get into things where we can also test coax. So we know that not everybody is upgraded the fiber to the antenna. There's still coax running up the towers, and we can test the physical layer of the coax as well. And then, of course, we have a base station tester. It does all the RF parametrics. It measures power, frequency. It does signal analysis, demodulation on 2G, 3G, 4G, any commercial network standard.
So what are some of the specific challenges you're seeing carrier space deploying LTE today?
Well, we have a few things. Obviously, the need to upgrade the backhaul networks and make sure that you can deliver the quality of service not only over the radio access network, but on the backhaul and on the physical network itself. The interference hunting, monitoring, as we get into LTE, new licenses are being awarded and new frequency bands. Other organizations are being moved off of certain frequency bands. There's a lot of interference. There's some spectrum monitoring, clearing that needs to be done. So a lot of different things. Just getting that network optimized, getting the frequency clean, getting the towers to be able to support the network traffic that we're going to be talking about.
And how does JDSU specifically help carriers overcome some of those challenges?
Right, so what we can do is, again, provide pretty much a single source, one stop for tools that go all the way from the lab through to the network, planning and engineering, into network monitoring, and then into monitoring and troubleshooting and customer experience management. We tie all those things together in a very integrated way so that we can pull data out of the network that's very intelligent, it's very actionable. So this is not just a dump of data that comes back that someone has to pore over for days and days and days. This is very intelligent information that comes out of your network exactly the way that the customers see it. So we can demonstrate what's really happening out there, and we can make quick decisions. We can find faults much faster, and we can take action on those faults so that we can deliver on the SLAs and the quality of service that's being promised to the users, and it meets those users' expectations out in the real world.
How does your Packet Portal product fit into that, helping carriers overcome those challenges?
Right, so Packet Portal is our new network monitoring solution out in that goes all the way out to the edge. So we can look at just about any network interface, any network element. We can look at traffic all over, and we can get that traffic, provide, again, actionable intelligence. So it's not just data, but we can look at correlated data about a user session. We send that back in a very efficient way using free space on the network so that we don't create any kind of congestion or interfere with the actual user traffic. And by doing that, we can then tie into other business intelligence and reporting software, analytics software that we have in our customer experience management division. And we can look at churn predictors, we can look at customer behaviors, we can look at new revenue opportunities. And this is the thing that Packet Portal really gets us, because it allows you to see the network the way your customers do.